Hello internet friends, my name is Caitlin. Welcome to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video. I have wanted to do something like this for a really long time, but if you know how I handle my channel, I try to be incredibly ethical about how I watch and react to content. I don't ever want to react to stuff that is behind a paywall as much as I can prevent doing that. I care a lot about the people whose content I am watching. So out of respect, I want to have permission or the blessing of the people that I am reacting to some degree before I do that. It's pretty impossible to get. The only person I have actual direct, that's cool from is Sam Reich, who said dropout content's fine. Now, I still didn't want to react to what I'm reacting to today because I care a lot about those specific performers, and I didn't want to take away from the ability for people to be drawn to Dropout's platform to watch this program. But lucky for me, Dropout has put a clip on their YouTube channel that is accessible to everyone. So I am not taking any material that is behind a paywall for this. I'm only going to be watching and reacting to the clip that is available on YouTube. So if you want to watch the full special, you'll need to go to Dropout to watch it. But here we're just going to react to what is available on YouTube because I care about Dropout and I want people to subscribe to it. I don't get anything out of people subscribing to Dropout other than the joy of knowing that their content is being viewed by more people. So please go subscribe to Dropout if it is financially viable for you to do so. So today I'm going to be watching a segment from Ali to Zacky, a Dropout Presents special, which is, just from what I understand, long-form improv. Now, if you've been around here for a while, you know that I talk a lot about long-form improv and how it's like my favorite thing to watch and to do because it's just more involved, more in-depth, and you get a lot more out of it 9 times out of 10 than just a short-form little scene. I'm very thankful to live in Los Angeles and be able to see incredible improv like any night of the week. But to be able to watch and react to a Dropout improv special is, well, it's special. So I'm really excited to take a look at it. I have not watched this special at all. I've also not watched Brennan and Izzy's special either because, again, I'd like to react to it on the channel. I have reached out to Brennan and Izzy to ask for permission to talk about it on my channel, but they don't know me, so the odds of them getting back to me on that are very slim. But if anyone has a connection to them and can ask them if they're cool with it, please do, because I would love to talk about it on the channel the same way I'm going to do this, where just a section of it and leave the rest for everybody to watch. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say other than I'm really excited to see this, so let's take a look at a segment from Ali to Zacky.
We are going to do mono scenes. So that is a long form scene that takes place in one location. All we need is just a suggestion of any word at all. I heard a lot of different foods.
What was over here? There was something in this area.
What's over here? I think I heard tattoo. Tattoo, we love. Great.
What arm is my tattoo on?
I'm too hungry to go with food. We're gonna go with tattoo.
Great. Yep, great.
Oh, you're tensing a lot?
Sorry.
So there's a...
Sorry, it's my first tattoo.
Okay. You wanted to start with a full back piece?
Yeah.
Dude, I was just gonna say, holy shit, I love that was the approach. I was literally, when he said this is my first tattoo and Ali's doing a back piece, I 100% would have said the exact same thing. Like, you went with a full back piece for your first tattoo? Okay. Like, well, it's your body, man. I just love that bit because I 100% would have said the exact same thing because that was my thought too. Your first tattoo is a back piece? Holy shit. Okay. Great. Again, I've talked about this a lot on my channel, but like sometimes just saying literally what you're thinking or like the obvious thing is the best thing to say because everyone else is thinking it. I was thinking it. Like the audience got the laugh. Like, say what comes to mind because 9 times out of 10 it's going to work. All right, let's go.
I've just been a fan of tattoos for a really long time, and to me, it was like I would get little designs in my head, and I would think they're cool, but I would think people are gonna make fun of me if I have a small tattoo.
No one's gonna make fun of this huge Kat Von D.
Excuse me, you've been prepping my wrist for 40 minutes now?
Another great Such a great call out. I was gonna say I love the physicality happening, like background of like, okay, we're getting this ready, but awesome call out to be like, you've been doing this for so long. I might have mentioned this on my channel before because it's like an example I use whenever I'm like coaching and teaching. So sorry if I've used it before, but I had a scene once. I think we were working on a Herald or something, but in the scene, my scene partner was like, we're moving into an apartment or moving out of an apartment or something. And they just kept doing a physicality of like picking up a box and then like putting it down. And they kept doing it same. And so at one point I was just like, you need to calm down. Like, you have been moving that box back and forth for 30 minutes because it is what was happening. And once you point it out, it's funny. So perfect example of that. You've been prepping my wrist for 45 minutes. You're going to move on because that's all Jacob was doing was just the wiping. And yeah, it was great physicality for the background, but for him to point it out, super fun. But yeah, Oscar calling that out. It's a very like me type of move. I would do the same thing. I like when I see improvisers do the same shit I would do because I'm like, yeah. There we go. All right.
Would you like me to expedite a process that is forever?
No, you are a master of your craft, and I'm sorry. That was disrespectful of me.
You didn't come to Diego for no reason. Friday the 13th. One of the hardest days for a tattoo parlor.
Such a good choice.
Pops out of bed. Time to get a tattoo. I need one. Exactly.
No offense.
My first one's Kat Von D.
That's Kat Von D. I'm sorry. I thought that was Susan Sarandon.
No, it looks great, and it doesn't.
They just look so similar.
Yeah.
Do they? Incredible.
Hey, Philip, thanks for coming with me to get.
Yeah, of course. Listen, your first tattoo.
So just to point out some things that they're doing here. One, love the call out of making this Friday the 13th. If you're not aware, a lot of tattoo shops will do specials on Friday the 13th. Back in the day, like, I'm pretty sure some of the shops by me would do tattoos for $13. Most of the time now, it's not that cheap. But they will do specials where you can get like a flash tattoo for a small amount. I've done like flash day tattoo specials before. I think I have like 3 that were from those kinds of things. They're usually just like small, quick hit pieces. But yes, shops will be very busy on Friday the 13th or on Valentine's Day. They do specials. So that's fun, establishing that, bringing in like knowledge to the environment of what's going on. Friday the 13th, it's going to be a busy day in the shop, which is going to set them up really well for later because they're doing a mono scene. They're going to want to have like a lot of cast of characters kind of rolling through here because they can't leave the tattoo shop. Everything's going to be happening in this tattoo shop. So think of like a bottle episode of TV where if you don't know what a bottle episode is, it's like everything takes place in one location because it's cheaper to film on one set piece than to have a bunch of different set pieces. So calling out that it's Friday the 13th is great. It's going to be a busy day in the shop. So we're going to get to see a good cast of characters here. They've also had Zach here establish that him and Oscar know each other. They came here together. Great. We have an established relationship. There's obviously an established relationship between the two tattoo artists because they work together. They're setting up like their personality traits a bit, you know. I think he said his name was Diego. So Diego takes this seriously, you know, like can't rush the process. Okay, cool. We're getting some insight there. This is Zach's character's first ever tattoo, and it's a huge back piece of Kat Von D for some reason. We're getting a lot of groundwork laid, and this is one of the things I love about long form because I have no idea where this is going to be headed, but we're just living in this world. And as an improviser, as a performer, it's so nice doing long form because you can just sit and let things breathe and like discover it and like find the story, find the conflict, find whatever just naturally because you're just creating and setting a scene and characters and letting them live and inhabit that environment and like stuff will unfold. Whereas in short form, you're trying to like lay the groundwork really quickly. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? What's the conflict? Resolve it. And also be doing like little bits in between and like whatever gimmick we have. Like, oh, are we speaking in gibberish? Are we... It's fun, but like this is so much more rewarding and like slow it down and just live in it, just breathe in it, like embody the character, feel the world out. Super fun. We're not even 2 minutes in and I'm like, yes, I love good improv. I love good long form.
My first tattoo, you get one of Kat Von D on your back. I get a little anchor on my wrist.
Diego's like really good at prep.
I legally can't tattoo yet. I just
why
do
he's
preps and
focused on prep.
piercings.
You legally can't do a tattoo
Yeah, you don't
yet?
have a
Correct.
license.
I don't want to interrupt. I have been working on your books. You guys are not making enough money.
I'm so sorry. Is there a way to talk about this away from the customer?
Realism. I love
I have
it.
an office.
Okay. God damn it. Sorry, I'm just gonna point out as much as I can because there's gonna be a lot happening, and the way I'm gonna approach this is the things that are happening in the back of my brain, I'm just gonna pause and spit out of my mouth. You guys now know what it's like to go to a really good improv show with me and then talk to my friends about it afterwards. Love this. I don't know her. Sorry, I don't know her name. But she comes in and she introduces conflict. You're not making enough money. I've been doing the books. You don't have enough money. Allie, again, doing something I would do, which is like pointing out the realism of the scene, which is, hey, we probably shouldn't say that like on the floor in front of you. Like, this is not the place for this conversation. But it makes it a joke. Like, sometimes with improv, just saying the reality of the situation becomes the joke. Because what we're doing 9 times out of 10 is weird and strange. And pointing out things that are happening on stage that people, when you're watching a play or something like this, you let things go. Right? You're like, oh, okay, well, obviously, they're not really in the safe space, or, oh, obviously. But when you point out, like, no, we really are, like, 1 foot away from this guy, we're not in a back office talking, it makes it so funny immediately because we're all dropping that, like, facade of stage illusion. And it's fun. I like that kind of stuff. So let's see where we go.
Let me get my computer.
We'll be right back. Susan's looking great.
Susan's looking great.
Okay, sorry. This
okay.
is such a cool shop. I'm just so impressed with your creativity and what you guys do here.
Oh my God.
I'm just like a nerdy bookkeeper.
No, you're not.
No, I am. I don't have a tattoo or anything.
Oh.
What you guys do is like, it's just like so cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of artists, so, you know.
Being flattered.
Yeah, but you guys are gonna have to close.
Well, oh, yeah, right, sorry. Okay.
I mean, obviously what you do is so special, but you just won't be able to do it here. I'm gonna keep crunching those numbers.
I would
I'm gonna,
appreciate
see
that.
If there's anything.
Please, like
a hole,
we don't pay for Netflix, but you know, that kind of cord cutting, like anything like that would be amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna keep.
Okay, thank you.
Babes, are you done yet?
I think I got a bit of a ways to go.
Oh, the lady from Thelma and Louise.
It's supposed to be Kat Von D.
Oh.
Now we're all on board. It's
As we
not
all know, Kat
that
Von
funny.
D is sort of, she's sort of,
She's what?
What is she?
Yeah, what?
How would you
Same
describe
exact
this
reaction.
One
What is
time I
she?
saw her in a big martini glass.
As we all know.
Hey, I'm actually only down to the collarbone. Do you want me to put her in a big martini glass?
So is it Susan Sarandon's head with then Kat Von D in a...
Do you want to know the true answer, or do you want to feel good?
I want to feel good.
It's Kat Von D, and now she's going into a martini glass. I love this.
Couldn't help but notice you said babes. Are you guys in a poly triad?
This is my brother. I don't know. Shut up.
You didn't see anything on the flash wall that you liked?
Oh, you should get a tat. Oh my God.
You're here.
You do tattoos?
Technically, no. If I don't call them a tattoo, I'm sort of in a legal gray area.
Excuse me, sorry, do you guys take walk-ins? I need to get my ex's name removed from my... Oh, David.
Yes. Establish history.
Hi, Sean. I didn't...
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could go somewhere else.
There's room.
We could
We need the money. Please come in.
It's $300 no matter the size, and we can just kind of turn it into a rose.
That's the only option?
A rose or an anchor. No offense.
I would probably up it.
Yeah, we're getting a lot thrown at us, right? So we've got the two tattoo artist and the person who can prep and pierce. And we have two friends who are getting tattoos for the first time together. We've got the sister and maybe girlfriend. And then we have an ex, supposedly. Here's the fun thing about improv. We're assuming these two are exes and that's the name he's getting removed. But they haven't flat out said that yet. So someone could always do a rug pull on that. But for now, we're going to assume we've got some exes. The only other person I've seen in the background is Kimia, and I am curious to see what she brings in. We've got a lot going on already. Perfect. Let's just keep it moving.
$3,000.
$3,000?
Sure, I'll report you
What? To who?
for being so sexy.
Hyde, what are you doing?
Take over. Can you
What
take
are you
over?
doing, Hyde?
I'm just so
Hyde,
stressed.
yeah, I'm gonna try and be as normal as possible. Come on in.
Actually, I'm getting a tattoo now, so there is quite a bit of a line if you want to go somewhere else.
What are you gonna get?
This skull and bones.
Skull and bones.
It matches my personality and my vibes, and that's what I'm gonna get.
You're the editor-in-chief of O Magazine. I know that he's
A lot of choice.
I need to be in a chair, so I'm gonna get a skull and bones.
Okay, you get in the chair.
I'm gonna try to bang this out really quick, and we'll.
Hey, you know, maybe this is too small.
No. Hey. Look, we got a half bottle of Jack Daniels and a pack of Newports. There's a broken Keurig machine. Make yourself at home, Papa.
So I would first suggest cutting down on the free alcohol. And also, I just wanted to ask about all your neon signs. It's running up a pretty high electric bill.
Should we cut down on a few of the sayings? I
Like
guess this one doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, this one doesn't make sense.
Eat great, even late.
I don't understand.
I just
why
thought it was
would
kind of
be-
cool.
You know, I would jump in that chair in a second.
Do you want to?
No.
We only have a small line.
Where are you going?
My back really hurts, so I was gonna take a little bit of a break.
Oh,
And I just wanted to
okay.
check in. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Sean, I just wanted you to know this is Chandra, who I'm sort of in a.
Sean and Chandra.
We're kind of in a
Yes.
situationship, and
Yeah, okay.
it's just
Can't say I'm surprised. You always did pull from one corner of the alphabet.
Weird.
Maybe this
bros.
is none of my business, but you guys have been broken up for how long?
3 days.
Hey.
That's a great reveal.
How about you hang out with our TurboTax rep? And I'm gonna bang this out really
TurboTax
quick.
rep.
Hey,
Yeah. Hi.
I'm Sandy.
I don't care.
Sorry, that was right on her face.
I love all of these
her
responses.
face is here.
Yeah, she's kind of trying to peek over.
Don't worry, David. It looks perfect.
Hi. Wow, tattoos.
Here we go.
Just if someone was coming in, how old do you have to be to get one?
21.
21. Got it.
Wait, hey, it can be a little bit less.
Hyde, your customer service is bad. Your tattoos are pretty good, but your customer service it falls flat often.
I'm really
You
tired.
need to bang this out.
I gotta
You
bang
keep
this
getting
out.
distracted.
Just keep saying I'm gonna bang it out.
Pop, pop.
Excuse me.
Toodles. I am of age and would love to get tattooed.
Come on in, kid.
Just don't care.
This is our flash tat wall. It's all the spooky stuff for Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who does
What
that
is
look
that?
like to you?
I'm 19, so I don't think I get any of these references. Yeah.
Denise,
Yeah?
don't say your age ever again, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You don't have the wrists for my tattoos.
Oh my God.
I'll do it.
Maybe Hyde can get you.
Sorry, can I talk to you?
Sure.
I don't know if you could just like be a pal, but the person I like is here and their ex is here and you're dogging my wrists.
You're dogging my wrist.
I'm sorry. You want to look cool and hot, so you win?
Okay, how do you feel about just kind of getting creative with it a little bit?
What is, please define it. Please define creativity.
So the martini's got to be on a napkin, right? And J.K. Rowling wrote the whole idea for Harry Potter
Oh my god.
on a cocktail napkin. So all I've written so far is Deathly Hollows.
She's already started!
This is the best day of my life.
This is great.
I actually think it's a really strong idea and we should do it.
Okay, great. I love this. I love
Yeah,
this.
sure.
This is alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Sick.
I just wanted to check in on some things over here. And this is how much you're getting paid?
Yeah. I was on Ink Masters.
That's where I know you from.
Yeah.
Diego, you
Yeah.
got your license revoked on the show.
You had that
That's
crazy
incredible.
freak out where you were just sobbing. You broke down in the middle of giving someone that Snoopy pissing on a Calvin.
Yeah, it was the first time I had cried in 12 years.
Wow.
Just 12
okay.
years of emotions barreled out on live TV.
That was the year they did the live finale.
Okay, so you're paying him too much.
What?
Yeah. You're gonna have to probably.
Can we do this not next to him?
Again, pointing out the distance issue.
TurboTax is normally an online thing.
I clicked speak to a representative. And then you showed up, so I kind of thought
showed up.
maybe.
So why did you two break up?
Yeah, David, why did we break up?
We were on different paths.
Oh, we were on different paths, huh?
Yeah.
We were on different paths, huh? That's what was going on? We were just on
Yes.
different paths? And that's so funny that he puts it that way. I was on the path of being faithful and committed to the relationship. Okay?
Oh.
And he was on the path of, I guess, meeting you people and just carrying on behind my back. And now he's got Kat Van D on his back. And that's justice for me.
Cat Van D?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I love it.
I just felt like we were growing apart.
Oh.
Okay. And I met these beautiful people, Chandra and her brother. And
you
it
know
was-
my name.
And yes, I do.
I was just gonna say, like, somebody asked me the other day if I ever accidentally call someone in a scene by, like, their actual name. And I don't ever do that. But this happens a lot, where you've endowed someone with a name, like, forever ago, and a lot has been happening. And it's like, I don't know what I don't even think I know what my name is. That will happen a lot. So as soon as he was like Chandra and her brother, it's like, yeah, he does not remember the name. I don't either. I want to say it's like, no, I was going to say David. That's not right. I don't know what it is. Hopefully Oscar knows. I know Diego, Sean, Chandra. That's really it. That's all the names I remember. Denise, maybe. It's hard to keep track, especially when you're not actively trying to keep track. But that'll happen a lot. But this has been really good so far. You know, this is kind of the nature of doing long form. Like I said, you'll just kind of find the story as you go, right? And it starts off very simple. We're at a tattoo shop, getting some tattoos. But as people come in and interpersonal dynamics start kind of spilling out, we naturally get like conflict that needs resolution, or we get like backstory and all of these things that are really rich and fill out the world to where we believe we're really watching like a scene, like a slice of life scene from these people. And it's really fun, really silly. It never has to be serious. I mean, if we think about it, really, this is a guy getting a really bad back piece. It's a silly scene at its core, but like we're getting a lot from it because they're pulling that out from each other and from the characters. So really well done.
And
We met and it just felt like I realized there's this whole other world and I can't get stuck in what we had, okay? And it was great for a time, but it ran its course.
Isn't it great how people who want to cheat on you can find a really emotional, philosophical reason for doing so? Oh, I felt trapped. Oh, we just weren't going anywhere. You wanted to fuck somebody else.
No, I wouldn't say that. It just felt like I was a free spirit.
Oh, my
My spirit's gotta
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah.
No, it's just been really hard because.
Get it out.
One of our last dates, I got.
Have a seat.
Okay.
Oh no.
One of our last dates, I got David's name here on my whole bicep, just my whole arm. Like, it's so big. Like, the name David isn't even that long. Like, there's
There was a
letters
David.
in it and
Yeah.
stuff.
And it's in the Metal Militia font.
Yeah.
Literally, as the ink was drying on the last D, I was like, how does it look, David? And David was texting someone else.
If it makes you feel any better, Sean, it was not me that David was texting.
And it wasn't me, because I don't think David has my number.
If he did, what would it be under?
My name, obviously,
Yeah.
which is...
Yeah.
All right. I pitched you on the rose, but I'd love
I
to
love this.
maybe branch that out a little bit. What if it was in a whole rose garden that took over your whole back?
Not me crying.
Okay, great.
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
Okay, great. Okay. Hey, you're gonna be on ice for a little bit.
You're gonna be on ice, David. All right, you're all done. Good job.
Wow.
Good stuff.
It's painless.
Woman with the perfect wrists.
Being a pal.
God, a woman with wrists like that would be a wife for sure.
Man, this is some of the most adult stuff I've ever heard. You guys were all like dating at some point.
Where are your parents, kid?
What? I'm 19. That's like, I don't have to be with them.
I know,
don't
but the question stands, you know? Something went wrong, right?
Look, everybody's kind of airing out all their shit. Why don't you?
Yeah, why not?
What's your deal?
I actually haven't let this out. It just kind of happened an hour ago. My dad, he's a big oil baron, and he said that I get not a cent in my inheritance. So I ran over here to get a big old middle finger on my back.
You know what? Get in the chair.
Keep it moving.
Come on.
And don't worry, we have kid needles.
Oh, is that strawberry flavored?
He was just like, you're not doing anything with your life. You're not finding a purpose. Like, find a business. Your brother, like, bought a business with a portion of the money that we gave him. And then I told him I don't want that money anyways.
Hey, do you know a way that you could really make your dad mad?
Well, the middle finger's already started. I felt it.
Maybe you'd want to double and triple down.
3 middle fingers?
No. What if you used his money to invest in a failing tattoo shop?
Yo, okay. I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't see where that was going. I feel pretty confident Kimia set that up on purpose, knowing that the overarching issue is still the money and this shop's going to be closed. So saying like, oh, I have this rich oil baron father is introducing a big chunk of money to the plot. And I did not connect that. So oops, my bad. But thankfully someone who was in the scene did, Jacob. So pulling that together, it's like, we're seeing how everything kind of comes full circle, and it's like, ooh, okay. Now we can see a path here. Clever.
I don't know, you could sweep up stuff and start an apprenticeship here and really piss them off?
They wouldn't be able to pay you yet.
So I would buy this place, but then be the one sweeping everything.
Yeah.
And also no one would pay me.
Sounds
It'd be
awesome.
a complete waste of his money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
as a TurboTax representative, I could get your name on the lease right now.
That tracks. That makes perfect sense. That's what TurboTax
Is
does.
this how adult stuff works?
Definitely.
It can. Sure can.
So I just type my name into there and wait a second, how much of the finger have you done?
It's bent a little bit, so
It's always bad.
Tell if it's a fuck you or a come here.
yeah.
Take a sec.
I don't need a second. If the finger plan's already messed up, we have to go with the buying the tattoo shop plan.
Those are the only two options.
That's just me typing my name. Do I hit enter or what? It's gotta feel like something. This has to feel
Yeah,
like...
no, you can hit enter.
And then... Yeah!
Yay!
That's great.
Can I talk to you over here for a second? Yeah. I just wanted to apologize for how things went down and the way that you were there for that little tiny child.
I know, small for 19.
I'm just gonna put the hand in a martini glass.
You just made me realize what a great person you are. And I'm just wondering if we could still kind of fuck sometimes.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on?
No.
Why?
Why? Did you experience what you just did? Because we did.
I thought the AC was loud.
I sat in a seat and let this man rotate my wrist 17 times and then tell me I'm done when, let me just check with you, there's no tattoo there, right?
There's nothing there.
And you don't even know my brother's name.
It starts with a Q. There's only like 4 names that start with a Q.
Quillip. Look, I'm sorry. I feel like we've grown apart.
That's incredible.
You know, we're all sort of different.
Okay, so I love everything that's happening here. The name thing's hilarious. I do believe Oscar's name was Philip, so it looks like Zach at some point remembered that. But then when he threw the Q thing, saying Quillip, I mean, come on, that's so fun, such a good meh. And then yeah, of course, now he's doing what they already established his character to do earlier. He wants to cheat, he wants to leave, so it's like, oh, we've outgrown each other. I feel like we're just on different paths, like gonna rehash the same behaviors that he did in the prior relationship because we've established it. That's a big thing in improv sometimes. It's like once something is established, like follow that rule, right? We know this guy's character, so Zach knows like what his character's like. So of course he's gonna be kind of flaky between one and the other. We know that, so let's keep it moving.
People just sort of navigating on this big, weird blue marble, and I just think that we should all follow our hearts and guts. So.
Sit down.
Okay.
Look,
Oh no.
Hey, we can't pay you, but you can use as much ink as you want. Thank you. Okay, cool.
Hey, we can't pay you. But you can use as much of that as you want.
That's right, boss.
Look, I know you've been through a lot, but me and Hyde are looking for a third for our poly triad.
Yeah. I will actually tattoo you.
And you don't mind my wrists?
Look, you've got the best wrists I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that. I didn't want to sully them with my shit art. You're like a marble statue. I don't know. Me and Hyde's relationship's great, but it's just missing something. And I think that something might be you, but...
You haven't really shared that with me before.
That's incredible.
Excuse me, I'm looking for my son. Where's my son?
Your son, Denise?
Yes. Yes, what of it?
Shit!
And my name is Courtney, what of it?
With a Q?
Yes.
That's my name.
That's a show!
Okay, I'm very happy. I'm in a great mood now. I just got to watch good long form, which is my happy place. So thank you to all of those fantastic improvisers for performing and recording it. I will say I'm really happy with it because I feel like sometimes recording improv, like, it doesn't translate as well to like recording as it does when you're live in the theater. But it was so fun and great, and you could still see all of the talent. But I imagine in the room it felt even better. There's just something about being in the room when that magic is happening that, I don't know, it's a very electric, like, exciting feeling. And it might be because I love improv and it's like what I have turned into my life's work, that I get really excited by it. But there's a reason that these theaters are always full of really excited audiences that are having a great time. It's really special. I always recommend, if you have the ability to go to a local improv theater and see some kind of local improv, go see it. Even if you're in a town where it's like all you have is like a college troupe that performs in a bar, go support it, you know? The best way for improvisers to get better outside of training is reps, being on stage in front of people, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. So be part of the audience if you're not going to be on stage, so that you can help young performers grow, or theaters grow. Live entertainment is super important, so please go watch it. This was super fun, super solid mono scene. Good example of it. Yeah, it just takes place in one location. We're not moving anywhere. You know, essentially camera is planted and we're working within these four walls. That's very much mono scene. There are so many different types of long form out there. This is just one example in a world of many. So really glad I got to see that and kind of break down one scene from their special. I don't know how much more there is in the special, but now that I've actually been able to talk about it on my channel, I am going to go watch the entire thing finally. Very excited about that. So if you have a DropOut subscription and you haven't watched it, go on there and watch it. If you don't have a DropOut subscription and you can afford it, go get one and watch it. I always say, like, if I could only have one subscription service, it would be DropOut, because everything I watch is on there. So yes, go support these great comedians. I loved watching this because I had no notes. I wasn't watching it being like, ooh, you know, maybe here we could have. There was none of that. It was really just enjoying it and pointing out like what they're doing and pointing out little techniques or things that are similar to how I operate when I do scenes. Because when you're in improv, like, you get to know yourself as a player, but you also get to know other people that you play with. And that's why a lot of times you'll see the same people improvising with each other a lot, or you'll see troops, house teams, things like that, because everyone does have their own style and their own way of doing things. And you get to know that by getting more into it. I tend to do things like what I called out, like drawing attention to stuff that's happening, but we're kind of ignoring for the sake of stage or whatever, and making that into the joke. That's a thing that I do a lot, and that has its place. But then there are people who are just like really good at physical stuff or really good at story beats, and there's so many different aspects to improv that you can be good at or strong at, and having a strong foundation of all of it, super important. But you're always going to have the kind of like your style and your thing, and when you find a good group of people that you gel with and you all kind of bring your own thing to the table, but you work really well together, it makes for strong scenes like that, because everyone knows their place and they know how to bounce off each other and work off each other and trust each other to have their backs. For example, a thing I do quite often would be like the name thing, like, and what's the name? Just calling that out. Like, it's not bullying, it's not mean, it's funny, because we all know you have forgotten the name. So we're just gonna keep trying to get you to say it and like put you in that situation where you have to deal with not remembering the name. And that's something you can do when you're in a troupe of people that you work with a lot. You know, you can like throw that at someone and they're not going to be like upset or annoyed. It's just like playful and fun. So yeah, I don't really have any notes. I just really love improv. I'm so glad I got to watch that. If there's any other improv content that you want me to take a look at, please put it in the comments. I would love to look through your suggestions and take a look at some other things. DropOut has so much great improv content. I know that I haven't even begun to like scrape the surface of what is there. But even outside of DropOut, lots of other things that I can look at. Anything that you guys think you would like to hear me talk about, let me know. Is it obvious that I like improv? Could you guys tell? If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. It looks like this. And if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe. It is incredibly helpful to me as a creator. I don't know why, but those numbers matter. So hit subscribe if you want to have me keep making this stuff. Thanks. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.